Donk Nation, Jackson Jennings, greetings and welcome to your Daily Dose of Donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, bringing you some nonsensical Steelers talk here in the offseason. We're joined this week by JD. How's it going, buddy? You gotta talk a little louder or no one's gonna be able to hear you. You ready to talk about some Steelers stuff that's been happening this offseason?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to start with the NFL draft, some free agency stuff, or practice in shorts?
Yeah.
Which one? Free agency, the draft, or practice in shorts? The draft. All right, let's talk about the draft. We haven't gotten your take on the draft yet. As you know, the Steelers trade up in the first round, take offensive lineman Broderick Jones. In the second round, we get Joey Porter Jr. and Benton out of Wisconsin. Some big fillers in there. We get Washington, the tight end out of Georgia. Which pick was your favorite of those early in the draft? Do you like offensive line, one of the defensive players?
Defense.
Defense. All right. So then we're talking probably Joey Porter Jr. You're talking Benton. You're talking how about Corey Trice late in the draft? Big as an outside linebacker. Which one of those was your favorite on the defense? There's Joey Porter Jr., defensive lineman Benton. There was Corey Trice late in the draft. Big, the outside linebacker from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
You liked outside linebacker from Wisconsin, the undersized Big out there. Hopefully he breaks out and has some great things to go in his future. Now, the question is, the Steelers draft, we'll put it this way. So let's get your grade on the Steelers draft. An A would be a great draft, a B would be a good draft, a C would be an average draft, and let's call a D and below a bad draft. What would you grade the Steelers draft as? Do you think it was really good, just good, average, below average? Very good. So like a B to A range? Yeah? That's a good spot to put it. They did a great job out there drafting. I agree with you on that. We'll see what happens. Let's get into some free agency talk or trades. Players the Steelers have brought in. Allen Robinson, a wide receiver, maybe is going to help out. They brought in the other big brother as an offensive lineman, Isaac Seumalo, Marcus Golden, Holcomb at middle linebacker. They bring in Robertson, I think his name is, or middle linebacker. Shannon Sullivan, who looks like he might be the slot corner coming into this year. A lot of names brought in through free agency that are going to fill some gaps. You've been impressed by what the Steelers have done in free agency?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think the team this year overall is a better unit going into the season or a worse unit?
Good.
Good, so probably better is what you mean by that. Do you think a guy like Allen Robinson is going to come in and have a really good season as a wide receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think the offensive line with a guy like Seumalo is going to be more improved than it was before?
Yeah.
Do you have any takes at all you want to say on your own? This is your spot to freestyle about the Steelers' offseason so far.
No.
No? Are you excited to see what can happen starting training camp and all of that? Yeah. Do you have any at all takes on what you think is going to be the best part of the Steelers, the offense or defense, and can you tell us why? Hello? You don't know? Okay. Fair enough, I guess, buddy. So, what else did we talk about? Oh, we said practice in shorts. Do you put any onus into players practicing in shorts? Do you think it shows anything when they don't play in shorts? They play in pads and uniforms and pants. Do you put any care at all into this part of the offseason, Jordy?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, I'm with you on that. But if you do put onus into that, they've been saying that Corey Trice is the guy who's stealing minicamp, is looking awesome. They say he looks every bit the part of Joey Porter Jr., their second-round draft pick. This is the guy they got in the 7th round. So maybe some impressive stuff going on there. Maybe some things to move forward. George, you got anything you want to add to this right now? Anything you want to talk about? This is your moment to shine, buddy. We're going to stay there and be quiet? Is that what you're going to do? How about this? Do you think the Steelers still have any needs that they need to address before the offseason is over? Maybe another depth piece on the defensive line, maybe an outside linebacker, although they just added one, maybe a middle linebacker, maybe a safety, maybe a tight end, running back, anything that you feel the Steelers still need to sign before they go into the season?
Not really.
Not really. You think this team is ready to go. So there you have it. But Jordy, before we get into it, before we get into shoutouts and anything, do you have a take on what you think the Steelers will finish with? A winning record, a 500 record, or a losing record? What do you think the Steelers will do?
The winning record.
I have a winning record. I like to hear it. I love to hear the confidence. So, Jordy, at this point of the show, we get to shout outs, and this is the point where you can shout out anyone you want for any reason you want. Do you have a shout out that you want to give? Yes, no.
Yes.
Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Like who?
Anyone. You don't know? Well, if you figure one out before we end the show, let me know. But my shout out this week's got to be to Rocky Blair getting another prestigious award for his military career. Steelers guy, military guy, went out there, had a life worth living, I guess is a good way to phrase it. But now it's time to let him know that I am the Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey on Twitch and Twitter. Your daily dose of Donkey with Ginger is the YouTube channel where you get all this content. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you like. Let us know your feelings on JD's take of the off season thus far. And I guess that means, Jordy, it's time to let him know that it's the end of the show. So wave him if you got him.
Here we go, Steelers.